Late Night Health continues a little bit later on in this hour. Robert Clancy will be joining us. We'll be talking with Robert about being gracious. And I am so grateful and gracious to him. I don't know if I'm gracious, but I am grateful to him for everything that he does for us. And, of course, I'm always grateful to the insane Daryl Wayne.
Thank you.
Okay. Our in-studio guest is Dee Wallace. Dee has got a class coming up next week. You got to sign up for this. It's going to be awesome.
It is.
Right?
It will be life-changing, I can tell you that.
It's an everyday thing?
Yeah, every day you get a new video in the morning and a new audio at night to really support you in what we're doing here. 2 15-minute private sessions with me and 3 webinars for the group. So there's constant support regarding your individual information, regarding the group information, because you guys know when you come together as a group, you share. You're attracted to each other because you're sharing a lot of the same issues.
As we drove out, you said something that relates to that. You said we meet people either to help both or one or the other.
Right.
And that's the universe in action. Let's see if we can relate this to health. Will the class help with mental health, for example?
It'll help with everything. Because if you can learn to live in the state of love instead of the state of fear, and learn to focus and send that love toward whatever you want to create, it covers every subject in the world. So, I think you really answered your own question there, Mark. If I'm living in a state of love and acceptance and joy, is that not a better mental state for me than fear and judgment?
Yes, obviously.
Okay. And whatever my mental state is affects the cellular development of my body and my brain.
What about little kids? I'm talking 5, 6 months old who, they're forming and they come down with debilitating diseases and illnesses. They are in a state of love because that's all they know.
Not necessarily.
No?
No. Most children start picking up. Well, let me just start by saying this, and this is a scientific fact. This is not woo-woo stuff. Most of what I teach is science in a spiritual form. A child's brain, as far as his self-image, how he sees the world seeing him, is done by 6 years of age.
Right.
Done. So as soon as we come in, especially before we have speech that we can define it with, we're picking up energetic messages from people. Even in the womb, guys, you pick up messages, energetic messages from your mom and dad that are passed into your cellular beingness, makeup. So if they're living in a state of fear, if they're living in a state of I don't know if I have enough, if they're living in a state of the sins of the fathers passed down to them, that, oh my God, you've always got to wait for the other shoe to drop, something's coming, we need to be on alert all the time. You absolutely are going to assume that as a child.
So even at 6 months, you kind of pick up the vibrations, the negative vibrations in this case.
And the positive,
And the positive.
Yeah.
But there's so many kids who have cancer or at a young age.
Yes.
And
that's probably a past life thing.
It's a past life thing.
Probably.
We have to, Robert, we have to introduce Dee to Gary Stewart, who was on our show just last week, so that we can... he is a constellation facilitator. I think you'd love him.
What is a constellation facilitator?
Well, he goes back and looks at your past lives
Oh,
and uses other people to represent your ancestors. It's really fast.
wow, that is fast.
I've done it a half a dozen times.
You guys, go to my website. There's an amazing free past life regression on there that will, it has so much truth in it. And Dolores Cannon, who is known as the quintessential past life regressionist in the world, she passed away 2 years ago, found my work, took me on tour with her.
Wow.
And did this past life regression while we were on tour. If you want some healing, go listen to this now.
That's imdwallace.com, imdwallace.com. I am not Dee Wallace, but she is.
But I am, baby.
And she is a baby. The insane Daryl Wayne is going to take it away. Join us at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com. We finally made it to Facebook Live, Daryl. I remembered my briefcase this week, right? All right, we'll be back. Don't go away as we continue on Facebook for the next, 20 minutes or so? Okay. Don't go away. More coming up.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.